while it burns slow. Shout out to my guys and goddesses, no high vibrational human beings. You already know what the fuck it is. Tap in, tap in. So hold up real quick. My bad. Might be able to help, man. My fault, y'all. My fault. I know y'all just coming in here. Hello, you new here? My name RoBs Inferno. I study genetics, man. I talk about anatomy and protecting children, and just anything that's not normal, but that's deemed as normal. You know what I mean? That's a complete lie. You know? I talk about those things. Hey, excuse me? Hello? By any chance, sir, I have a landscaping job out Sterling, and I was wondering if you could spare like anything at all for like train money, if you have anything at all in any shape, way, or form, sir.
I don't carry cash anymore.
I know most people don't. I have Venmo if you could spare anything at all. I definitely understand. Enjoy the rest of your day. Yeah, y'all. So yeah, like I speak on those things. I'm a good person though. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm homeless. I've been fighting for my son the past 5 years of my life. I've been alienated from him, but it took me 5 years. I just found out I'm really his dad. So, you know what I'm saying? That's the most beautiful thing. To even get the money to pay for the DNA test and everything like that. I didn't even have the money to pay for the DNA test. All the money, I had to hire private investigators, everything to locate my son. You know, and they closed the case, but I know I'm his dad now. You know, it took me 5 years, you know? But peace, power, abundance to everybody in here. Y'all look at all the stuff that I be talking about. I'm on the front line for children. You get what I'm saying? Everything that I said that, you know, before, like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I didn't know that I was even gonna like know all the information that I know. It came to me through my family being destroyed. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna crash out, and I didn't crash out. I started reading. You feel me? I started reading. I started figuring shit out, and I haven't stopped ever since. You know, and it brought me here. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, you're gonna see me talk about a lot of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been most of my past lives because I've just been taking a break from speaking on that, just because of like all the stress and just transmuting and alchemizing a lot of the energy that's around me, even with my level of awareness, how deep aware I am of like really what's going on the planet, you know, and the changes that's happening with everybody's DNA right now. So this shit is really, really severe. But I'm just grateful, I'm aware, and I'm grateful for these changes, you know? And I have empathy and compassion for everybody. You said, yeah, right? Oh, you YouTuber yourself? Hey, I hope it go good for you, you know? Stay positive. I'm about to monetize my channel. All the information I have, I didn't think about monetizing it because I never wanted to start my channel off of getting money or anything. I just wanted to give out truth. You know what I'm saying? But I said to myself, I said, shit. I said, with the information I know, and you know what I mean, I might as well, you feel me? I'm out here homeless. I don't got nowhere to sleep or none of that. It's a few other homeless people that I just seen on TikTok, and I'm just giving them positive energy, you know what I mean, just to keep going forward, you know? Because at the end of the day, you know, I'm not trying to knock anyone or anything like that, but nobody has a harder life than homeless people. I'm just being straightforward with you. Nobody. Because the stuff, even if you gotta think about it, if you got a place to lay your head at, you know, of course, I'm not saying that you're not going through anything, you know what I mean? Nobody likes to go to work just about, you know what I mean, and stuff like that, but like the stuff that comes off of you not having a place to sleep and still staying focused and going to work, like I be like leaving work and then people be talking about, you know what I mean? Excuse me, ma'am. By any chance, you think you could spare anything for the bus at all? You know, I just held the door for her, and just because I asked her for help, she ignored the shit out of me. You get what I'm saying? The lack of respect. I talk about that too. The lack of respect that people have for black people. You know, like I literally just held the door for her. The phone was in there, and she said thank you when I held the door for her. But when I asked for help, you know what I mean? She just ignored me. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's the serious lack of respect that people have for black people. That's why I'm really happy that all of this is happening right now, because I don't want us to keep being abused like this and it just going on and it being so wrong, and then just because people's lack of awareness or don't care that we're just suffering as black people like this on our own shit. You get what I'm saying? That's not righteous at all, y'all. That's not righteous, you know? You right? You feel me? It's crazy as shit, y'all. It's crazy as hell. Like, I literally just held the door for her. And when I held the door for her, she was all friendly, treated me like a normal person. But then you saw how I just asked her. She couldn't even, she literally looked. She literally, actually, she really didn't even look. Because she heard my voice and she knew it was me. And she ignored the shit out of me. Now, I would never be mad if somebody can't help me. But you don't got to treat, that's people's biggest problem. Like, the money has made, like, people look down on people. It's made people not respect people. You know what I mean? Like, it be people that judge me, and then they get to talking to me and they realize that I'm smarter than them. You know what I mean? People judge everything off of financial. You know what I mean? Like, a person never had anything or they're not doing anything. You don't be knowing people. You don't know what people got going on in their life. But that's one of the biggest problems with this world, how judgmental everybody is off of stereotypes and stuff, especially with us black people from a collective majority, you know? It's one of the biggest problems, you know? So it's like, this is all the main stuff that I speak about. But I really value y'all though. Can you hit? If that was me, I would have helped you. Yeah, it's all good. I'm gonna be honest, like, I'm traumatized by being homeless. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Like, I slept in a whole garage for like 3 years. And went through harassment. I eventually got a sleeping bag. People stole my sleeping bag. I don't even know how I survived. Like, and like, I'm telling y'all, like, I do music. Check my music out. It's on my page and stuff, right? Like, literally, y'all, like, I suffered so bad. It's people that can vouch in the area that's known me going through everything that I've been through. And they'll say it. Like, we don't even know. They would be looking at me, y'all. They'd be like, how the fuck? You know, it's this one dude that would always, like, talk to me. This one white dude, he would always talk to me, give me positive energy. And just off of him knowing my situation, he'd always ask me, like, what's going on with my son and stuff like that. You know, I haven't seen him, but now I know I'm the dad of my son. You know what I mean? Like, that's a powerful accomplishment. You know, if I would have gave up just because I was struggling financially, I wouldn't have got that information, you know? So that's one of the most beautiful things, y'all. Regardless of everything that I've been going through. And now, you know what I mean, going forth with this, you know, court case, you're going to have a date in a little bit. It's like now I can just go for straight, you know what I mean, custody or visitation and stuff, you know what I mean, and get back in my son's life around all of this shit. Because this shit wasn't supposed to, I'm not supposed to be here right now. That's basically what I'm saying. I'm not supposed to be here, but I'm here though. That's how I know that life is crazy, y'all. But I'll go through anything for my son though. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. You know, I'm just happy that, like, I knew I was the dad, but off of how my family was destroyed, I had to find out. You know what I'm saying? I had to find out, you know? And she almost tried to make me not even know. She called the DNA place, y'all. And she was like when I called, she tried to make them not give me the results. And I still found out, you know? But I'm like, nah, you gotta give me the results. Because say, hypothetically speaking, if I wasn't the dad, right? That would have stopped the whole shit. You know what I mean? I'd have been like, peace, deuces, you know? So it's a crazy thing. You get what I'm saying? It really is. you know. But I wish you positive energy on your channel. You know, just stay positive with it, keep going. You know what I mean? Don't let this shit break you down. You know, one of the things that I know in the area that a lot of people are seeing about me is like a lot of people tried to like weaponize my situation against me, right? And it's like some people even still now, but they're seeing that it was bigger than me, you know, because they was just looking at it like it was just a me thing, and you know what I mean, ignoring everything that I was talking about. Now everything that I was talking about is happening, and it's ranking up more and more and more and more and more. Like I said, you know, I said y'all can ignore me, but you can't ignore these changes that's coming. Because these changes are around me. You get what I'm saying? And here I am, me being a son in the flesh. You know, this system is gonna break down. You know, so I was telling people, and people thought I was lying, and now everybody, you know what I mean, is looking at me like, who the fuck are you? You know, it's crazy, for real. Excuse me, ma'am. By any chance on your way out, you think you could spare anything at all for like a train ride at all? I got like a landscaping job, like a commercial job, and I have a Venmo if you can help, or a Cash App. No, it's okay. And see, that's I'm about to put you on game, right? It's like a lot of people make excuses. A lot of people make excuses for like if you like I don't have a gun to your head, right? So it's like you don't gotta lie and make yourself seem like a better person just because you might not have cash if you really can help. You get what I'm saying? For real. Hey, excuse me, goddess. And by any chance, would you happen to have like a few dollars you could spare for a train ride at all?
Yeah, how much you need?
I think it's like $7 for like one way. I got like a little landscaping job, a commercial job. I gotta go out Sterling, and I usually hop the trains, but I ain't gonna lie, the train they like like they'll lock you up. They be waiting for a black man to hop it so they can lock you up just for that shit, and they'll wait till you get to the other metro center or wherever you going, and they'll lock you up. You know what I'm saying?
I got $3.
No, I appreciate that, goddess. You don't owe me anything. So I ain't gonna lie. I say
cash no more.
yeah, I know. BMW. What's your favorite thing about a BMW? Because that's the only cars I've had. I had a 323i, then I had a 740i, the executive class.
I hate paying for it. I know that.
The electrical problems. I had an upper radiator hose.
I had multiple electrical.
Yeah, it seems like when something goes, it's like everything,
I know,
and then you got.
at the worst times.
I swear to God, I appreciate you. You got a very beautiful smile too, and your energy's on 1,000.
Oh, thank you.
The mother of all life. Make sure you get a lot of sun.
I will.
Peace, power, abundance to you and your family also.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate it. Yeah. Excuse me, y'all. I'm trying to get like a few dollars for one train ride. I got $3. It's like literally like $7.50 or something like that. And I was wondering if y'all could spare anything on your way out. All right, I have Venmo if y'all can help. All right, enjoy the rest of y'all day. Now I'm gonna finish saying what I was saying. So y'all see the goddess, she had good ass energy and she didn't owe me anything, right? It's so crazy. I didn't even finish what I was saying before it even happened again. So what I was basically saying was right, it's not a gun to somebody's head, right? I wouldn't get mad at someone for not helping me, right? So, but a lot of things, and I know off of being in this situation ongoing, a lot of people that make themselves look like a better person, and they know that most people don't have cash, so they play on that. When a person, because they know an average homeless person, they don't even have like Cash App and a lot of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? They probably not to sound stereotypical, but I'm just saying, they probably not doing something for themselves. They don't have Venmo, they don't have Cash App, they don't have Chime. You know, they probably don't have that. So if they asking for cash just for drugs and shit, the first thing most people off of stereotypical reasons, they'll be like, I don't have no cash. You know what I mean? Like that's what they'll say. But it's like you don't gotta. That's why, you know, when if they say that, I'll be like, well, I got card if you really want to help. You know what I'm saying? And then you saw what happened with the white woman just now, and then you saw with the other person. It's like they just wanted to say that. You know what I mean? To try to avoid it. It's like, I'm not putting a gun to your head. You feel me? Like I'm trying to do what I can for myself the best way I can. So basically what I'm saying is, if you can't help someone you don't got the money, don't lie about it and say that you don't got cash. You know what I mean? If you're really trying to help, because if you're really trying to help, someone might not even be asking for cash, or they could have another way that you could help them do the card. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times that's how you see when people really care or not. Cause then like if they say that, if they be like, oh, I don't have cash, like, cause they don't want to tell you no and seem like a bad person. You know what I mean? So they'll be like, I don't have cash. You know what I mean? And then I'll be like, well, I got card. You know what I'm saying? He's like, if you want to help, you can. It don't got to be cash. And then they'll just get quiet. It's like, come on now. You feel me? Like, you really, not to say it like that, but I be reading people. I'll be like, yo, people are wild. It's like, what is you lying to a person that you don't know? You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at you. I'm not going to attack you if you can't help me. I'm trying to do the best I can for myself, even if I'm still in the situation. You know what I'm saying? I never understood that shit. I never understood that shit. I never understood that shit. It's like, that's the biggest thing that you see that people do. Like, I swear to God, you ask any homeless person, they'll tell you that. They'll be like, oh, I don't have no cash. And they'll be mad as shit if you have card. Because then they got a face that they really just didn't want to help you. You feel me? But they didn't want to say that at first, you know? They was just thinking that you just was asking for... I'm telling you, that should be wild. Like, if you got to do all of that, that's a bigger problem than somebody asking you for help if you can't help them. You know what I'm saying? It's a bigger problem you got to face. Because I would never lie to someone and be like, you know, because they be saying it like, oh, I don't have cash. Like, they be saying it like, if they did have cash, they would help you, or if they can help out another way, they would. Then you hit them with that, like, yeah, if you can help out, I got, you know what I'm saying? And then they don't say nothing. Now, if they say something, 9 times out of 10, it was real. Like, they really didn't have anything in general, and they probably wasn't saying that for that reason. But when they get quiet like that, you know what I mean? And they be like, they don't got no cash, and then I'll be like, you can send it another way. It don't gotta be cash. And they still get quiet. That's how you know. That's the biggest way how you know right there. I'm like, damn. You know? To me, that's even worse than, or not, it's not worse than, but it's in the same category of some other stuff, you know? Hey, excuse me, sir. Hey, by any chance, would you happen to spare like a few dollars at all towards like a train ride at all? All right, definitely understand. Enjoy the rest of your day. See, like that's normal, you know? Treat me like a normal person, whether you can help or not. You know, I just don't got it. You know what I mean? It's all good. Yeah, I hate to say it like this, but what I'm basically saying is by going through a financial struggle, you see, I'm gonna say it flat out, you see who's good people. Whether they, and I don't mean, and you understand what I'm saying, I'm not saying you're not a good person because you didn't help no one out, but you definitely aren't a good person if you gotta lie about not being able to help someone out. You know what I'm saying? Because 9 times out of 10, the people that lie about it like that, they probably could help you out. That's why they're lying like that. You know what I mean? But they don't want to. But they don't want to say that they don't want to because they want to make themselves seem like a good person. You feel me? It's like the stuff that people do to make themselves seem like they're honorable, like they're a good person. You know what I mean? It's insane. It's insane. Like, I never understood that. Like, if you just can't help, you just can't help. You don't gotta lie about it. You know what I mean? And then to get confronted with it, and then you can't say nothing just because you really just didn't have it. You could just say that up front. You know? That's why I said it's what people be thinking and stuff about in these situations. This is like, I feel like this is like 101 of like going through a financial struggle or homelessness, and what they mean. It's a lot of stuff that's in this category, but when they be saying about when you're on the outside looking in, you see stuff for like really how it is and stuff. I've been in situations where people have done that, and then they all types of situations. They might have heard me talking about it on here or to somebody else, and then they'll help me to try to like cover themselves because they know they feel bad, you know, or they'll try to like not to help me, right? And then somebody else will help me right in front of them, and then they'll try to help me. You know what I'm saying? Shit like you just really be seeing shit. You be like, damn, like it'd be crazy, y'all. Like, I'm so serious. You know what I mean? Like, for real. You see I look like Bob Marley? Excuse me, man. I literally trying to get you a job for a landscaping job, a commercial job out of Sterling. And I got like a second interview, and I was wondering on your way out if you possibly can help out in any shape, way, or form with like a few dollars at all to put on my smart trip when I get to be in the metro, if you could. I have a card if you could help. All right, it's okay. Enjoy the rest of your day. See, like her, it might have been. It might not have been. I never. Man, I gotta get this for this train though. I know that. Excuse me, ma'am. By any chance, man, would you be able to like spare anything at all, even car change if you have towards like a train ride at all? I, I definitely understand. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I like your glasses also. Let me put this back on the charger real quick. But you get what I'm saying, though, y'all? Yeah. But you really be seeing how it be. You know what's crazy? What makes you think I don't have a job? I wouldn't say the person's name, but I mean, y'all can see it in the jump. People's ignorance is so crazy. People hate to see people going through a struggle and see them positive. They start talking like they know them. You know, they start saying random stuff. You know, if this person near me personally, I probably will get offended, but I know that they don't know me, so it's all good. I just put them on timeout. Sun shining down on you. Man, what? I'm telling you. Hey, I gotta pin this. I gotta pin this, Sarah Rose. I gotta pin that real quick. Man, what? Just for that, I gotta go back out there. I'm not even gonna lie. You right. That sun is popping right now. It is a good time to be alive. You see how the weather, how hot it is right now? Look, and I'm gonna tell you why I fuck with you for saying that, Sarah. Because you're a complex cell organism, and the fact that you can say that with the sun shining down on me, like I really felt your energy, like it's not coming from like a racist standpoint or anything like that, and that's beautiful. Because regardless if you know really what's up right now, down to your T, I don't know how long you've been following me or anything like that, but I really respect that because like I'm not racist or anything, but you see that sun is shining right now though. Look, that sun is popping. You see that shit? That shit is popping. And the car literally moved as if like, I'm telling y'all, the energy on everybody is weird right now. It's like people in this area hate to see me in power and positive or talking to Sun Talk or any of that. Like, I'm not going to stop talking no Sun Talk just because I'm financially struggling. I'm homeless. I've been homeless for years, you know, working multiple jobs, throwing money that I could have spent towards a car, but I had to fight for my son due to this position that the mother of my child put me in, you know. But that's real. That's real. You get what I'm saying? You call me J. Cole. You know, a lot. I be getting that a lot. All right, what's up with y'all though? What y'all doing midday? What's good with y'all? You get what I'm saying? What y'all doing? Man, all I know is, you know what I mean? Regardless of what y'all say to me, you know, I appreciate from a positive energy standpoint and stuff. But put it like this. I'll start having the Jesus conversations with people when y'all can talk to the churches and get them to stop putting the white Jesus there as if like the Jesus is a complex cell organism, as if Jesus has animal DNA. And then we could talk about Jesus. I don't want to talk about Jesus with anyone why people aren't even depicting really what's what of those scriptures or who they connected to or what everything really means. People can't even accept the Bible for really what it is. You know, people hide scriptures and don't want to talk about stuff because of what it really means. You feel me? So LND major, I appreciate the positive energy, but you know, that's why everything is happening now. Like I said, you know, if you, I don't know if you're familiar. I don't know if you're familiar with the Schumann resonance. I don't know if you're familiar with the solar wind. You know, the UV index. I don't know if you're familiar with sunspots, CMEs. I don't know if you understand, you know, what radiation, UVC radiation exactly what that does to DNA. You know, I don't know. But I'm gonna just say this, you know, everything that I said is happening, and that's what's making these changes on the planet. That's what's shutting the system down. That's what's making all these Epstein files come out. The energy on the planet. You got to realize that people forgot the foundation in which what this is built on, how we're living, right? So they forgot the frequency that's along with our regular deemed everyday reality shit. You feel me? That's all I'm saying, you know. the radiation that's enveloping the whole planet right now, the microwave that we're in right now, this system can't be up as this radiation increases. You notice the more energy comes on off the backside of that planet, the more truth comes out. The more everybody's feeling uncomfortable, and you can see it on everybody. The more, you know what I'm saying? That's why people don't realize, like when people are trying to ignore stuff or have cognitive dissonance, people are having cognitive dissonance about something that's raising more by the day. And that's going to intensify more and more. It's not going to slow down. You know what I'm saying? And that's just going to cause more to stir up and more for this to break down, you know? And that's happening due to we all not one human race, y'all. I know I might sound crazy saying, I know my lips is chapped. I left my chapstick, you know what I mean? But I'm telling y'all real shit though. You know, we all not one human race. We all don't have the same anatomy. You know what I'm saying? I have more empathy and compassion for anyone that's the complex cell organism if they don't want to accept their own DNA or they want to run from it. Because I already know what's happening with them. So like, I really feel sorry for them. You know what I mean? That's why when they try to show me like certain energy and stuff like that, like I don't take it. I don't take it to your heart. But that's even more so when it's a human being that can like in any way show love to your organic being. Like the white girl Sarah, you know, I had to pin that comment because that's real. There ain't gonna be too much white women that's gonna say something like that to a black man at that, whether she knew what it meant or not. You know, so I appreciate her saying that. That's real. You know, that's why I pinned that joint immediately. Rochelle, you good? Hey, peace, goddess. That's cool. Deuce. You know, I'm just worried about reaching the people that I need to reach that understand genetics. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Y'all don't gotta agree with me. You know what I'm saying? Your anatomy's changing for the better or the worse. You know? And I told y'all, the most dangerous people is like the goddess I just put on timeout that I tried to give love to. If you're neuromelanated and you don't know your anatomy, and I can ask you questions on it, and you don't know how that's operating, or even as a black woman, if you don't know what's happening with the docile state of our species or who our children are subjugated to, that shouldn't be, off of our lack of awareness, then you're in trouble. I'm telling y'all. This is a serious thing. This is really about children. Remember I told y'all how everything with children was gonna come out, regardless of people. Remember I told y'all? Everything I said happened, you know? Hey, excuse me, y'all. It's embarrassing me asking y'all, by any chance, would y'all be able to spare like anything at all to help Coach the Train Rock? No, sorry for asking y'all. Enjoy the rest of y'all day. Stay positive. You know, let me go in here. Nah, but I gotta charge my phone real quick. But yeah, nah, that's real though. For you to be a white girl though, Sarah, and say that with the sun, you know, that's why I be like, shout out my human beings, because it's a lot of people with animal DNA that tune into everything that what I'm saying without attached feelings, you know? And I know that that's very hard to do if you have animal DNA. Especially right now with this system shutting down, that's not our genetic. Hey, I gotta respect the guy real quick. This is one thing that I'm on more than anything, y'all. Hey, enjoy the rest of your day, Reflection. I gotta give you love, bro. Peace, power, abundance to you and yours. You know what I'm saying? We basically home, y'all. It's just catching up with everybody else, but we basically home. I think I just blocked the wrong person. Hold up. Oh, no, I didn't. Hold up. I apologize if I blocked the wrong person. But yeah, though, y'all. Nah, it's a good time right now. But I'll say this, though. Like, you seeing the main thing that you're seeing on TikTok right now is you're seeing the psychological state of everybody, of the damage that's been done. Because people will see less than, right? Anybody around me or where you're at, shoot, it could be a pedophile in the neighborhood, right? People be trying to put them in jail. People gonna watch out for them. All of that. All of this information is coming out with children, but yet people are still trying to act like nothing is happening. They don't want to do nothing. They just want to still continue living this lie. So that lets you know the docile state. And remember how I've been telling y'all, majority of people have undeveloped brains. You know what I mean? They can only worry about what's in front of them. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm in Dunkin' Donuts right now, right? You know how much the same people come here every day, or Starbucks, right? And get sugar. which I explained to y'all what sugar does to your bone marrow, your immune system. But people don't even care. And not only that, scratch people not caring. It's medical practices that's giving kids sugar. They the main people that know how detrimental sugar is for anatomy, right? But yet, when you take your kid to the hospital, they gonna have lollipops waiting, and they gonna hand you the lollipop to hand to your kid off of your lack of awareness. You feel me? Or they gonna hand your kid the lollipop right in front of you, knowing that you don't know how detrimental that is. You feel me? It's like small stuff like that, y'all. But y'all know I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? I would never stop telling truth or talk about what's happening on the planet just because I'm financially struggling. You know, I've been doing this for 5 years, and everything that I said, the majority of everybody that's tried to break me down or try to provoke me, make me reactive, all that shit gets transmuted and alchemized. I'm about to monetize my channel now. You know, that's why I want to thank y'all. Like, I got over 1,000 followers so fast, and it's like, and y'all that's really fucking with me, and all of these followers that I got like recently, I got like over like 500 followers in like 2 or 3 days. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all really been fucking with me, so like I really value y'all. But it's because y'all understand truth. Because I know in the area that I'm in a slave state, y'all. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm in Virginia, right? So I know that this is one of the last places the majority of money, the most self-absorbed, stuck up, entitled, cognitive dissonance, Stockholm syndrome, all of that's in the area that I'm in. So like I just see it for what it is. But I know that this is going to be, believe it or not, y'all, this area is going to be one of the most dangerous areas as stuff breaks down. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be honest with y'all. That's why, like, even me, stuff with my son and stuff, I'm trying to hurry up and get the fuck out of here. You get what I'm saying? I'm going to be honest with y'all. Because it's going to reach that point as more information is coming in where people ain't going to be able to, like, run and hide and have cognitive dissonance and have, like, avoidant energy towards it. And you're already seeing that more now with people in general. They going in and out of the cars fast. You can see it on their faces. You know what I'm saying? People acting obnoxious to try to overcompensate how uncomfortable they really feel. You seeing all of this, y'all. What do I call them? You know, when you say that like I should have I'll tell you this though. Let me ask you this, Real Fish. Let me ask you this. Because you mentioned the X-Men, right? Who you think the X-Men are? All the stuff that you see at the superhero movies and stuff, where do you think they get all that shit from? Who do you think that's associated with? Like, what it is though. What it is. Peace, positive energy. Whoever this is, Caleb, what you say? You say the 1%. Well, I'm gonna say this. Well, who do you think that is? Who biosynthesizes the sun? No, let me ask you this. Who's the sun literally in the flesh? Literally. Who absorbs the sun, everything that sun can give out, and who emits it also? Who is that? Who does that? Black people. Black people. Let me tell you, it's so real. The white people that came in here, after I asked them for help and they went out the other door because they were so offended because they already know. Or they know in some shape, way, or form. So-called African Americans, we do all of that naturally, y'all. We teleport, we fly, we do all of that. You get what I'm saying? We do all of that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna break down what you just said, right? Everything that so-called God can do, right? We do that. We do that. See, y'all got us confused with y'all with animal DNA because we forgot who we are. But see, your people already separated themselves from y'all. So a lot of the people that separated themselves from y'all that y'all don't see, that's of y'all same genetic makeup, they know who we are. Why do you think in Europe and stuff, why do you think that they even pray to black people? Putin told y'all this, right? But Putin told y'all a lot of truth, but y'all ignore it because it hurt due to the lies that's been told to y'all. People don't want to see black people for who we are. That's why it's being forced by the sun right now. That's why the sun is separating us, you feel me? Because the genocide is too bad. People have a lack of respect for black people and without remembering the foundation of this monetary system that we even live in, that was set up strategically against people that of my genetic makeup, right? It's not even an argument. You know what I mean? That's why I say, you know, the changes on our planet is taking place right now. You feel me? Regardless of how you feel about it, your personal feelings. You feel me? You right. Hey, every black person's on some Goku shit because even if you don't know who you are, right? Your anatomy's changing for the better. You get what I'm saying? The only thing that people can do to stop it is try to provoke us. Why everything is coming to us and this is shutting down, you know? That's why you hear main people say for black people, just stay still. Like I'm not being argumentative with people. I ain't going back and forth with people. I ain't doing none of that. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna let these people fight with each other. I'm gonna let them create their lower distractions while this radiation increases and that ozone layer peels back even more. That's what I'm gonna do. And while these sunspots, while the sun does what it's doing, I'm gonna just chill. You know, I'm gonna just chill. You gotta protect your energy, y'all. Matter of fact, I'm about to go back in the sun right now. I'm about to soak in that sun real quick. I'm trying to find the most solar flares. That's every X-class flare. I'm trying to catch all of those. You get what I'm saying? I'm trying to catch all of those. And you know how I know how most people know what's real? Because like it was just some Ethiopian, I think they're Ethiopian or Somalian in there, right? But whenever people hear me talking about the sun and stuff, right? They start acting obnoxious around me. You know why? That lets me know that that they're uncomfortable, that they're intimidated by me. You feel me? Because like I told y'all, a lot of people know who black people are. It's just all the information that's coming out is overwhelming and people can't take it. You feel me? People can't take it. No, I'm not. Hey, if you don't get what I'm saying, that's cool. Real fish. You know, just prepare more. That's all I'm saying. Hey, feel how you want to feel. Believe what you want to believe, bro. Believe what you want to believe. You know? But like I said, this system is like this. We got a little bit longer. But I'm going to tell y'all this, though. The psychological slavery is so bad that people are immune to being slaves on the planet and working for the natural resources here that's in abundance for everybody. Like people are looking at me and got their feelings so attached and want to say I'm racist and stuff. Like they can't understand what I just said, you know? Like they think it's normal that the work for all of this that's been hijacked, that's in abundance for everybody. Like they'd rather be a slave and work for this when this is in abundance, you know? Like that's how bad it is. People can't even see that. They're just so programmed, you know? So, but like I said, more people understand what I'm saying than anybody on here that might not understand what I'm saying, you know? And the sun don't care if you don't understand what he's saying. You feel me? Sun don't care about that. You see the sun. You see how hot it is right now? That's confirmation. You heard them beats. You feel me? Sun don't care about that shit. The sun like, I'm doing what I'm going to do. And for the people that realize what's what, y'all going to gravitate towards it, which we are. Our conversations is different. We loving on each other different. You get them all that. And then the people that can't see it, they just going to have a hard time and they just going to perish. As simple as that, y'all. People got that. People don't understand. You got your attached feelings while children are being hurt. So anybody that's saying or arguing against me or trying to bring me down or whatever, you're fighting against a person that's speaking about what's happening with children. You know, you're saying in any shape, way, or form of you want to still live like this, then you're saying that you want a system that's up here that's hurting children. That's basically what you're saying. And that's not good to want a system up that's hurting children. You know, that's not okay, y'all. For real. You know? Hey, excuse me, bro. Hey, by any chance on your way out, you think you could spare like any change at all, like for the bus it off? You have anything at all, sir? You know, children are the main thing, you know? And that's how evil most people can't realize that they've gotten off of trying to protect this system around what it's done to children. Like they can't see it, you know? That's how you know. That's the clearest way right there how you know psychological slavery is real. Like for anybody that'd be like it's not real or people aren't programmed or whatever. Everybody's talking about all this that's coming out with the Epstein files. But a lot of that's all around what? This system. The rich people, right? They got all the money while we're working and slaving. You know what I'm saying? People are just so mad at it and don't want to face it because it's so shocking. I know it's shocking. It's shocking for me too, even knowing it. You think I want anything that you know what I'm saying? Put it like this, y'all. I haven't even read any of them files. I haven't read any of them bitches. And I won't read that shit. I don't need to see it. I already know what that complex cell organism is about. So like I'm not gonna read that shit and get me rattled how much I care about children, and I already know what they be doing, you know? I don't need to know specifically for that shit. I just need the sun to hurry up, and I need the system to hurry up and shut down so all children are safe. That's what I need. You know, and it's real righteousness on the planet. Like all this other stuff, like I'm not really tapping into that, y'all. I'm being real with y'all. I can't. I can't do that. You know? Hey, excuse me, sir. By any chance, will you be able to spare like anything at all towards like bus money at all? If you have like any spare car change or anything at all? I definitely understand. Enjoy the rest of your day. You know what I mean? So it's like, nah, I appreciate you, bro. Like I'm gonna be honest, I didn't hit you back on the email because it's like I'm not even going front, bro. Like I was having kind of like an anxiety attack about everything about me and my situation and stuff with my son and stuff coming about. So I haven't really been like even now, like you see like my lips is chapped. I left my chapstick in my storage. And I could chug more water right now. That probably would help it, but due to the cortisol levels of my brain, that's like I can feel it in my brain. I'm at just have to, it's gonna go right through me, and I'm gonna have to keep using the restroom. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you know what I'm saying. I'm just gonna wait till I go back and get my chapstick. This is something that people don't. Me, since I study genetics and stuff, I study this. I know what's happening when I can feel it. You know what I mean? But an average person, they'd be like, "Why am I going to your bathroom a lot? You know why? What's going on?" You know, they might not specifically know what's happening. But that's the worst part about my situation. Off of the fight, flight, or freeze that being homeless puts you in, I can feel when my brain is releasing more cortisol. Like I can literally feel it. And hold up real quick, y'all. Man. I appreciate whatever you could spare, sir. Enjoy the rest of your day also. Peace, power, abundance to you and your family. Appreciate it. He gave me like $3 or $4. But it's crazy. I didn't even think he was gonna come back around again. But if he didn't, he didn't. But put it like this: I'm not shocked that he did because I can tell even like it's weird, y'all. Like when you're doing more for yourself, right, and you're still in a rut, you can tell if somebody doesn't care, and then if somebody does care. You know what I mean? It's weird. I don't know if I can just read people better to know, but it's like it's just a certain energy because instantly before you even open your mouth, 9 times out of 10, a person can feel the energy if you're gonna start and ask for some need of help, whatever it might be, right? And when you instantly start talking to a person, instantly you literally know like you pick up on the energy immediately. Like first off, energy like I don't even want you to speak to me. Like why are you even speaking to me? That's energy of probably someone that's not gonna help you. You know what I mean? In any shape, way, or form, because they're already and like, fuck is you talking to me for? You know what I mean? But then a person that who even hear you out, they might help you. You know, it's just small stuff like that. That's why if I start speaking to someone, and and they and they just ignore me while I'm talking to them, they don't even acknowledge me, I don't even finish talking to them because I already can read their energy. I already know what they on. They're not gonna help. They don't give a fuck. You know, and I'm not mad at them for it, but I'm just saying I'm not gonna waste my energy the moment I sense that energy from somebody else. I'm not gonna let them bring me down either, though. You know. I know. I feel like a lot of y'all, because of my level of awareness, I know that it's a lot of people that want me to denounce Jesus for some reason. I feel that energy off of y'all because y'all keep bringing it back to like I guess in some shape, way, or form, trying to make me seem like I'm not grateful, like what you know a God could give me or anything. I'm very humble. I'm very grateful. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Maybe it's because of a lot of the knowledge I have. I don't know, but y'all keep bringing. you know. So, but what makes you think I need to be reached out to you in that way? Or let me ask you this: what makes you think I'm not already being reached out in that way? You hear what I'm saying? I'm not mad at you or anything. Please don't take what I'm saying negative or anything. I'm not mad or anything. I appreciate all positive energy in any shape, way, or form. But I'm just saying this from a standpoint. I know a lot of my subscribers are building up by the day and everything, and I'm meeting a lot of y'all new people and stuff like that. But I'm gonna just say this: before assuming certain stuff, like get to know me a bit more, right? Because a lot of questions, some of the questions, like I don't even be meaning to be disrespectful, but a lot of times some of the questions that y'all ask, right? A lot of those questions, either on lives prior, if you look at those lives, or I probably will already answer the question. You know what I'm saying? I'll already answer it. You know what I mean? Enjoy the rest of your day, goddess. I do this because of the lack of awareness between us that's neuromelanated. You know, that's what gives me the power to keep going, because I know what we're in and the damage that's been done to us. You know what I mean? That's why it's like I can't give up, and I've been right about everything, and I'm at where I'm at now off of that. You know, you seen how I just gave respect to a black woman. She ignored the shit out of me. I didn't ask her for no money or anything like that. She couldn't even acknowledge me. She couldn't even look at me. But then it's crazy. I'm not gonna put you on camera, but I'm saying something. I'm like, I gave respect to a black guy that didn't know me the same way, and he reciprocated that energy. It costs nothing to show love. That's the mother of all life, y'all. She ignored the shit out of me. I wasn't trying to go smack at her. I wasn't asking her. I literally saw. I said, dang, that's the mother of all life. Let me respect her divinity. Ignored my ass. And this is a whole nother story too, because this is why a lot of black men, it ain't even that we don't want to go smacking black women. It's like trying to talk to them about anything from a collective. It'd be hard. Because they're so combative, you know? They're so combative, y'all. But then y'all seen the one black goddess that I talked to. Y'all saw her energy. Her energy was completely different. Completely different. That's why I said it's certain neuromelanated beings, organic people, that understand, like we all, even if I don't know them, they understand the assignment of us loving on each other. And then it's because of the damage that's been done to us, it's some of us that even if we're showing love to another brother or sister, we can't reciprocate it at all. You know what I'm saying? It might even feel like an attack. And that should be hurting me, y'all. That's why, like, that helps me. Like, I'm like, I gotta be on my shit. Because look at the state of us, you know? Look at us. You know? That's a black woman that should know. I put it like this. By her giving me that energy, I guarantee if I was to ask her, do you know who our children are subjugated to right now? She wouldn't know. She wouldn't even see what I'm saying before I even say it. You feel me? Because of that energy right there. Because no one that's aware of those things would have an energy of not reciprocating the positive energy from another so-called black person, another son in the flesh being. That's just real. It don't go together. You know, it's certain energy that you get from people. If you see this, you know it's connected to this. You know, whether good or bad. You know what I mean? And a lot of this is your awareness. You know, so that's why I be telling y'all, like, it's very, very real. I love y'all, but you know what I mean? I would never stop telling truth at the state of what's still here, even though it's the last of it. And then because I say this all the time, y'all, like, it's a lot of us that's just like that goddess, right? I know a lot of us would run the same system on each other, even if all people with animal DNA left. That's how bad the psychological slavery is within us, and us not knowing who we are, the lack of awareness. That's how bad it is. Like, we would run the same system on each other. We would, you know, and that breaks my heart, because that lets me know to the degree of how bad what's really been done. You get what I'm saying? That shit hurt my soul, y'all. It costs nothing to show love. I just told her, like, black person, enjoy your day. And I give love to everybody, y'all. That's the one thing a lot of people can't understand about me, because a lot of people want to put me in categories of like, oh, I might be racist, or I might be this or that. I'm like, look at the comment that's pinned right now. That's a human being. You feel me? See, the thing about genetics, y'all, is you can't connect I was about to say you can't connect religion to genetics, but religion in the way they told it, how it's discerned, it can't be connected. because everything in that Bible and all the other ones also, the Quran, the Torah, all that shit is about us. About us so-called African American people. Yes, neuromelanated, sun in the flesh, prokaryotic, single cell organism. You know what I mean? Carbonated, you know, whatever you want to say. Yeah, it's about that, y'all. You know? Hey, well, brother, and I'm always show love in some way I can, but the past is attached to demons more than the future. You said the past is attached to demons more than the future? So what do you think is causing all this genocide on the planet right now of stuff that we're associated with that's deemed as regular reality? What do you think about that? That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to seem like I'm the smartest person in the world, but it's certain stuff, information, if you're aware of these things, it just straight contradicts this, and you can see certain stuff for how it is. You get what I'm saying? There's not angels running the educational system. There's not angels in the medical field. You know what I'm saying? How it's ran. You know what I mean? They got a curriculum they got to follow just like teachers, right? You say the same way. The fruit industry, that's detrimental for everybody's genetics. That's not angel ran. You feel me? It's not. It's not. If so, sugar wouldn't be the main thing that's in even the stuff that you don't even taste it in, and sugar being more addictive than cocaine. You know what I mean? For real, y'all. You got to understand what I'm saying right now. What specific genocide? What I just said. What I just said, y'all. What I just said. So I'm just trying to poke y'all mind and get y'all to think a bit. Because a lot of y'all, and I'm not mad at y'all for it, right? This is why I'm on here. This is why you can come across why certain information is coming out how it is. It's because it's meant to reach the people that needs to reach. I know it's going to be people that's not in my genetic makeup that understand what I'm saying with a good heart and going to see wrong is wrong and right is right. Because they already on the internet. They all on TikTok right now. White women talking about the system besides the Epstein files even. But even that also. White men talking about it. About how dangerous white men are. Like, it's all on the internet. Y'all own people are talking about, you know what I'm saying, really what's what. I feel you, man. Well, I'm going to just say this. However you choose to look at it, bro, it's ending. Whether you want to look at it like it's angels controlling that or it's demons controlling that, you know, I'm not here to argue with you about it. I'm just saying it's detrimental for us. I don't care who's controlling it. I know some of us is in there, right? There's black doctors, right? You know, that's examining their own neuromelanated people from the eukaryotic cell standpoint, right? That's happening, right? So however you want to look at it, just know it's going. It can't be no more, you know? That's basically what I'm trying to tell y'all. A lot of the stuff that is associated with us is straight harm, y'all. It's harm, you know? But because, you know what I mean, how it's projected and how long we've been associated with it, with not knowing how bad it really was, how detrimental it was, it's hard as hell for it to feel like it's wrong. You feel me? Really hear what I'm saying, y'all. Really hear what I'm saying. Like, put your attached feelings aside. Even put aside that I'm black. If that's what, like, for real. Really hear what I'm saying, y'all. Like, I'm telling y'all because I love y'all. Like, for real. Like, I love y'all, man. Like, I know it's a lot of people that's going to stand for righteousness as a lot of this stuff comes out. I already know, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you really got to see it for really what it is. And just do your own research even, y'all. Even, like, for real. This is all it got to be. Like, you know, all the stuff that I tell y'all, I have receipts about. I can give y'all terminology to look up. You know, y'all can look up the Schumann resonance. You can look up the UV index. You can see the colors. You can look up radiation, difference of DNA. You know what I'm saying? You can see. I'm not trying to be rude right now, but you can see the animals that make up people that's unnatural to the planet. None of those animals will sexually reproduce with each other. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you this. Because I get what you're saying. You're like there's no genocide that's so bad that God can't fix, that God won't forgive you for, right? But let me just ask you something. Just hear what I'm saying. For real. Like, because I get what you're saying, but that's usually when it's like it stops, right? Like when you stop, when you correct yourself, like you're like, all right, I was doing this is wrong. Now I'm not doing this no more. You get what I'm saying? kids went to school today. But I'm talking to y'all, people of my genetic makeup is being medically and mentally evaluated. So basically what I'm saying is, you're talking about, I guess that would be in a form of ascension, right? I'm gonna say that, right? God forgiving you, you going, right? As far as people with animal DNA, and I'm not trying to be rude telling y'all this, because I know that y'all are coming, but the fate has already been sealed. That's basically what I'm saying to y'all. And that's why a lot of people that already separated themselves from y'all with y'all same genetic makeup, and some of them don't even have y'all same genetic makeup. That's why they're causing all these distractions, and they're still trying to run this system until they can't run it no more. Remember how some of y'all that see my videos, I always say they're going down like the Titanic. Like, you know how the ship was going down and they was still singing the music like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't trying to change. In the last moments, they was just like, fuck it. You know, we already did this. We did all this genocide. Like, they're not gonna stop forcing their educational system on everybody in America until like this shit shuts all the way down. You feel me? The all the headed monsters, the judicial system, that judicial system is gonna be here until it can't be here no more. And what I'm saying is, people of the complex cell organism, a lot of y'all think that y'all gonna ascend, but there's no way that y'all gonna ascend with your species still causing the destruction on the planet. Like, y'all are facing karma. Y'all anatomy is even facing karma, but y'all not trying to stop that karma. You know what I'm saying? Or the stuff that caused that. That's what I'm basically trying to say. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I get what you're saying, but it's like you got to get to the point where, like, all right, this isn't being done, so forgiveness can come in and all of that. You feel me? So that can even be a thing to talk about. But we can't have this conversation while the stuff that's destroying so-called black people is still up here right now as I speak. You get what I'm saying? It's still up. You can't think that so-called, and let me remind y'all, Jesus is black, right? Jesus definitely isn't white, right? You can't think that Jesus is going to come down here and forgive all white people or anybody of y'all anatomy with animal DNA when even when y'all was facing consequences and getting all these signs, even before where we're at right now, to stop doing this, and y'all still won't stop. You know what I mean? Like, y'all, y'all really got to understand what I'm saying. It'll be different. It's like y'all stop. You know what I mean? Even if they didn't tell the truth to the world that separated themselves from y'all, but they at least stop, because the genocide is because of black people, because of us. We're the sun in the flesh. This is our planet. There's nobody else besides black people that's neuromelanated. You feel me? So it's like, you know, I know a lot of people are gonna have a hard time. You know, a lot of y'all gonna have a hard time. Yeah, so like, you say Yahshua, right? He was black, right? So how do you think that he would feel about the same people of his same anatomy that's neuromelanated in the states that they're living in, the docile state, and the stuff that's set up that was warned even prior for it even not to even be created? But not only was it created, but it's still being ran right now, even while the system is crashing. Like, what do you think about that? What do you think about that? What do y'all think about that? You know? You said you don't believe in any fly flizzy. That's what's up, bro, because I'm gonna say this. A lot of that was used for like a lot of manipulation purposes. I'm gonna say that. And that's why there's a lot of different religions, right? That's why there's a lot of different religions, you know, because there's nothing that really separated everybody more than time, religion, race, ethnicity, nationality, right? Right? Really understand what I'm saying? All that's to hide genetics, you know, to hide it, and have you thinking, because without all that stuff in place, right, that I just said, they wouldn't be able to be like, we're all one human race. We all bleed the same. We're all one human race. Like, this is why the sun is separating us right now. This is why certain people are having complications with the sun right now and certain people aren't. You know, I never needed to put on sunscreen, you know? But it's crazy. It's crazy. I knew that since when I was younger, before I knew anything about genetics. When they be trying to give me that sunscreen, I'm like, I used to be like, that sun isn't hurting me. You know what I'm saying? I used to grab the sunscreen and act like I was going to put it on and go in the bathroom, and then I would throw it away. And then I would come out. They'd be like, you put it on? I'd be like, yeah, I put it on, you know? Because it would irritate me, them asking me. I'm like, I never needed to put on sunscreen. But I never knew why, but I know that I didn't need it. Like, how they were trying to say, like, the sun can hurt you and da-da-da. I never had that experience. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I was going about it off of me, off of what I feel and me being in tune with my body, that the sun wasn't hurting me. And I wasn't about to take somebody else's word over me myself. You know what I mean? That like me feeling like I'm like, I don't care how much you might act like the sun is hurting me. I can feel my body. The sun isn't hurting me. You know? I didn't know nothing about genetics. You feel me? So like I'm telling y'all all truth right now. And most black people, they'll tell you like they didn't need to put on sunscreen. We never needed that shit. You know? So like I know this hurts y'all, but it's a real truth, you know? Again, like it's like I'm gonna tell you, this is my new thing, and this is really how I feel about it. And this is the last thing I'm gonna say on it. And this is like a generalization. I'll do like a whole live on it for them people that want to have the conversation and we could talk about scriptures and all of that. Until from a collective, people talk about religion from the real standpoint of what it is. Meaning like if I bring up certain scriptures and stuff, and people not avoiding it and stuff like that, that says certain things, even down to the fire and the brimstone, the radiation that's enveloping the whole planet, right? Then we could talk. You know, y'all trying to, because people trying to talk. You can't combat anybody about religion. Why it's been shown that so-called Jesus or Yahshua, you know what I'm saying, is black, but they're still trying to project a white Jesus. We can't even get past that. So that lets you know that it's more about religion than just religion in itself. You know, it's like it's not okay that people are still presenting lies about religion for control purposes. Even when those lies have been shown by people of that same anatomy, that's not okay, y'all. You know, it gets in the category of right is right and wrong is wrong. That's all I'm saying. You know, because I know that y'all not trying to hear what I'm saying, and I came from a Christian household, y'all. I have a pocket Bible that I carry with me all the time and stuff. So a lot of those scriptures, a lot of people be thinking that I'm not, and so when they talk, I'm like, I know all of those scriptures like the back of my hand, you know, and I know what they really mean now. Prior, like I didn't know what they meant, but now me understanding genetics, I know certain stuff now. My phone's about to die real quick. Let me put it in. I'm about to. Hey, excuse me, sir. By any chance, would you happen to have like $2 you could spare for a bus or a train at all? All right, I definitely understand. Enjoy the rest of your day. Yeah, my joint's about to die. I didn't want my phone to die. Yeah, y'all. But I really appreciate my subscribers and y'all really messing with me. Don't feel wrong asking me a question because I'm an answer. I'm not rude or nothing like that. What specific you because there's always context. Whatever. Man, by any chance, you think you could spare like anything at all towards like a train or a bus if you have anything on Venmo? Okay. I have a Venmo. If you, I definitely understand. Enjoy the rest of your day. See, like she thought I was asking for cash straight up. I wasn't even asking for cash. That's like 3 or 4 separate people of what I was talking about the cash thing. You know. You know, I like when people ask me, it let you know certain stuff about people. Ma'am, I know I don't want to seem like I was rude or anything to you because I'm pretty sure like you helped me before in the past. What was I about to say? Yeah, when certain people would be like, you know, and you could tell when people really want to help people, right? Because this is something that you'll see people say they really want to help. They'll be like, even if they can't give you cash or they can't even send it to you on a card or whatever, they'll be like, you know, I'll get you some food or I'll get you this. And the person that's struggling, that can also be helpful. Because if I'm in a position where I'm struggling, I got to ask for help for anything. Obviously, that could go for food also. That's coming out that's hard for me to, you know what I'm saying? So that's all in there. So when people say that, I'll be like, yeah, definitely. You know what I mean? If you can spare like some rice or da-da. But people are seeing now that, like people are seeing what I'm talking about now. They're like, dang, we see that he's not embarrassed about struggling in the system that's crashing, that was designed completely against him. No, I'm not going to be embarrassed because I shouldn't even have to be a prisoner of war or be a good slave on my own planet. You know what I'm saying? Like I shouldn't even have to do that. So just the fact that I got to do that, that says a lot, y'all. But I really love y'all though. I'm really enjoying this conversation. Heidi, I really want, I fuck with you. I fuck with you because I sense your energy. You trying to talk to me and you trying to get an understanding whether you believe me or not, around whatever research you do or not. But I really fuck with you though, bro. Like I fuck with you. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's how. But a lot of people that's Christians and of Jesus Christ even, right? They're not though. They're not. They have a very avoidant energy about certain stuff. To see stuff for what it is. Like it's like if they even feel something is going to go against how they've known, they get scared and they won't even want to have the conversation even. You get what I'm saying? Around like the truth and stuff like that. You know? Now enjoy the rest of your day, sweetheart. It's giving you positive energy. You see the cough right after? I'm telling you. When you feel the energy, she didn't even want to accept the positive energy, but then it was like she had to, you feel me? And you heard the cough right after and shit. But oh, you're Aquarius? I'm Aquarius. What you mean, boy? What you mean? You see this? What you mean, boy? That Aquarius shit. You feel me? When's your birthday? My birthday just passed. My birthday February 3rd. Us Aquarius is different though. Wait. But I'm gonna say this though. Genetics, y'all really should look into genetics though, right? Because genetics has nothing to do with like religion or anything like that. Like flat out it by itself. Because genetics was like before any of that shit. Like what makes you up as an organism is just that, right? So if you have animal DNA, if you share gene sequences of different percentages of the same animals that make you up as an organism, and none of those animals will sexually reproduce with each other, you feel me? That's not racist because somebody is aware, or that it's been shown as if like that's not that. So if a person says it, it's just like you talking out your mind, but then you go to check it yourself and it's really real. You know what I'm saying? If you're European, Asian, Arab, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is real spill I'm telling y'all right now. Black people, we have junk DNA that we didn't all tap into due to us at the docile state that we're in. It's different with us, you know? So that's why I'm just so happy what's happening to us right now. I'm glad but I'm gonna tell you this though, and I'm not saying this to be rude, but you know what the Dark Ages is, bro? Look up there in the 1600s, the 1700s. Look at some of the stuff that took place, bro. Because I'm gonna just say this: a lot of people don't know, and they forgot. But you know, if you forgot your past, you need to repeat it. I'm gonna just say that, you know. But it's something that a lot of things that took place. But one of the main things that took place around that time was something called cannibalism, right? And when you think about cannibalism, that wasn't something that was happening with everybody. It was happening with a certain group of people. You get what I'm saying? And what's happening on the planet is connected to that. You know, I'm telling you some real shit right now, bro. Because everybody can't convert sunlight into chemical energy, right? Everybody can't biosynthesize that sun. Everybody don't got a correlation with that sun. Everybody don't have a biological identification to the planet, bro. You know? And a lot of people don't know this, but just because, I'm not saying you specifically, I'm saying like anybody. I'm saying it's to everybody, but just because a person isn't aware of it, that doesn't mean it's not the truth. You feel me? And, you know, this is something for me even something that I wouldn't know that I would learn also, you know, than generally saying. But no, this is really, really, really real. So the main reason why the sun is separating us right now is because of the docile state and who black people are and us living against our own means. But what's happening is because of all children too. Like all children. You get what I'm saying? So that's why this is happening also. You feel me? Because what's happening with all children, even human beings, even unnatural children. You know, no children deserve what's happening to them right now, y'all. Like that shit is crazy as shit. You know, but I've been talking about children and stuff before even the Epstein files came out. Like what the fuck is happening with these children? Where are these children at? Like, for the longest, it's lives of me spazzing. Y'all go back, y'all find lives of me spazzing where I'm spazzing, I'm screaming in shopping centers and shit. Like that joint you seen of that dude in the airport, and he was talking to like me, like worse than that, louder than that, like causing more disruption than that. Like really, really, really standing up for these children in like that same way, but 10 times that about children, y'all. Like in the area, and I guarantee that area you saw with that dude or whatever airport that was at, it wasn't more shut down than the area that I'm in. I'm in a slave state, y'all. I'm in Virginia, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the heart of this shit on a different type of time. So it's different with me. You really got to understand. So when I'm saying, you said the barbaric times, right? Even those words, right? Barbaric, primitive, rambunctious, hostile, right? That's associated with a certain species. And that's the species of anyone that has animal DNA. You know, they're not going to tell you this, but this is a very, very serious thing, though. You know, so when I'm saying the sun's separating us right now, because you got to think about it. We're modern day black people, where slavery never stopped. It just became psychological, and it's still physical too. That's the craziest part about it. But we've been divided, right? Where superficial materialistic stuff is what's going to have us to respect each other or not off of each other as black person to black person. You get what I'm saying? Excuse me, goddess. That's a perfect example of it. You know what I'm saying? Black people, the main reason why this is happening is because black people don't recognize black people, right? So when all the stuff that's having us not respect each other gets stripped away from us, we're going to have no choice but to respect each other. But majority of us aren't going to be here, though. I'm going to be completely honest with you, bro. Majority of us, we're not going to be here. Most adults are going to be wiped out. I'm going to be real with you, because especially from a neuromelanated standpoint, it's already a wrap for the complex cell organism, just about. I'm going to be real with y'all. Because there's been more signs. What do you think all those crop circles was over the years, you know? Crop circles and stuff, many other stuff. There's many signs. Even though your species, the complex cell organisms, separate themselves from the ones that live amongst me, like that we can talk and y'all can see me, I can see y'all. They've been given these signs off of knowing who we are, you know, even within them separating themselves from y'all. And they've had all these warnings to stop doing this to black people. Stop this, cut this out, cut this out. And they didn't stop, y'all. And they still not stopping now, you know? They're still not stopping now, even while anatomy is facing consequences. Those with less to non-melanin can take the cold, kind of like a balanced concept. The reason why, why y'all could take, the reason why people that have less melanin or no melanin at all, right, that just phenomelanin, right, the reason why the cold is because y'all come from that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all come from that. The moon is associated with y'all, you know? You notice how, to get you to understand what I'm saying, you notice how most black people, we don't like the cold. It's very, very rare to see like a black person like running in the cold with some small shorts or something. You're not really gonna see that shit, you know what I mean? We don't fuck with the cold like that, but this is the reason why. We might not know why, but you know, this is the reason why. You know, because where our whole body, the green veins, that's radiation, you know? Radiation is hot. It's like friction. You know what I mean? I'm speaking metaphysics now. You know what I'm saying? As you go higher and higher in metaphysics, you get to the gas, the plasma energy. It's like this. You know what I'm saying? It's hot. You know? That's why, you know, it's been debunked with them talking about going to the moon and all of that, and you can't go. That's the cosmos. Going to space. You gotta have a soul to go up there. You know what I'm saying? That's why they did that shit on the green screen in Hollywood. They wasn't up there. You know? And they know that, and a lot of people found that out, but they never told you why, though. You know what I'm saying? They never told you why. But this is why, though, because it's faster up there, you know? You got to have a certain anatomy to be up there. But the thing is, because of so much lies that's been told off of control and greed and false power and stuff like that, whoever's speaking truth or as all this truth is coming out, it's like people are feeling offended because they're on the wrong side or off of the lies that's been told to them. I know a lot of y'all unnatural people don't really know y'all anatomy, even if y'all know y'all not us, because it was never told to y'all, it was hidden from y'all. A lot of y'all already had questions like, man, you know, even talked amongst each other like, man, like, I know we not all one human race. Like we can't be. You know, black people's hair, they're faster, everything about them. You know what I mean? Even the stereotypes, like a lot of it is true. Like they're just so different than us. Like this can't be. And they got a connection to nature. Even before I knew genetics, y'all, I knew that I had a connection to nature, and I didn't know nothing about genetics. I didn't even know that I was the son in the flesh, but I knew I had a connection with that son. You know what I mean? And I know everybody didn't have a connection with that son, but I just didn't know it how I know it now. You know? But I love y'all though, man. I don't want to stay on here too long, but shout out to all my subscribers. You feel me? Shout out to all my subscribers. You know, what about mixed race people? I'm gonna tell y'all flat out. If you're look up neuromelanin right now. It's condensed sunlight. Look up neuromelanin and look up eumelanin. It starts off with an E and a U, right? Latino people are eumelanated. Filipino people are eumelanated. Vietnamese people are eumelanated. So-called black people are neuromelanated, right? We're neuromelanated. Eumelanin, right? But you see people that's Latino, some of them still have hair follicles of an animal. Not like, you know what I'm saying? But this is why, because even eumelanin still has some animal DNA. It's just not all the way, like, you know, how a European is, but it's something that's in there still though. You know what I mean? But everybody that's not the son in the flesh or doesn't have a biological identification, meaning even if they're not the son in the flesh, they don't have a correlation with that son like Latino people, Filipino, or Vietnamese, right? Well, y'all with me what I'm saying and stuff? All of y'all came here off of violence, off of mixed breeding. You know what I'm saying? Interbreeding and voluntarily mixed breeding, genetic splicing. You feel me? I'm telling y'all some real shit right now. You know, but you got to ask yourself a question. If I share DNA with all of these animals that wouldn't naturally sexually reproduce with each other, those animals don't, the fruit fly, the snub-nosed lemur, you know, the dug, the wolf, like none of these animals don't even be around each other. But better yet, they can't even sexually reproduce with each other. They wouldn't. Who put that all together? Who did that? You feel me? And so-called from a God or Jesus standpoint, the same being that so-called did that, why would they make you not have a correlation with the most natural element on the planet, which is the sun, that gives life to everything? You get what I'm saying? That gives life to everything. Y'all get what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all some real shit right now. You know, the sun is the most natural element on the planet. If you don't got a connection to the sun, I talk to white doctors all the time in the hospital. When I talk to white doctors about this shit, yeah, they get offended because it's like this, it's hidden, but they know I'm not racist. You know, actually, a lot of them, they start crying when they talk to me, or they put their head down and shit. You know, they try to cut the conversation short, you know, but they know I'm not racist. You feel me? Like, it's the reason why you don't know, and this has been hidden, is because it's manipulation around it. A lot of black people wouldn't be connecting ourselves to stuff that we connect ourselves to if we was aware of this. And as this is coming out, it's making us a lot uncomfortable because it's coming out in such a way, as the sun is separating us right now, you can't even deny it. You feel me? You can't even deny it no more, y'all. Hey, shout out Nell, shout out Roxanne. But when you say, like, in that sentence, you said a lot of we, right? I understand you saying we as us as the masses, but you got to understand though, we are us as the masses, but just because you and me, like, we both, like, your people separate themselves from you, the hierarchy or whatever you're talking about, all that's true, but you can't, basically what I'm saying is, this system is being ran by your people. This is your system. This is the complex cell organism system. So what I'm saying is, yes, I'm not saying that it's not wrong, but that they turn their backs on y'all and they got y'all in the system that affects y'all in a negative manner, but it still don't touch anything or grasp the genocide of how it's affecting black people. You feel me? Because of who we are and what we're supposed to be doing. You know? Like, I come from the mother of all life. My mom is black. My dad is black. You feel me? Both neuromelanated. Like, you feel me? So that's all I'm saying. I love y'all. I love y'all. For real, for real. Hold up real quick. Y'all gotta take a piss real quick. But it's all this information that's coming out though. It's I know it's a lot, y'all. Trust me, I know it's a lot. How y'all think I feel as a neuromelanated being, me knowing this shit, and people still trying to uphold this system as if like all it's not already showing so much what's happening. Yo, I be fucking hurting. I be fucking hurting. Y'all, hold up real quick, y'all. I appreciate that, bro. God bless you also, bro. Yeah, nah, it's crazy though. I'm about to get out of here fearing a little bit because I got a lot of productive stuff I gotta handle tomorrow. I got a lot of shit I gotta handle, y'all. A lot of productive stuff I gotta handle around my son and everything. But yeah, I don't know. Something told me to just come to y'all and just talk to y'all, get y'all some positive energy and all that regardless. I just hope that y'all play this live over, look up some of the stuff I said, terminology, look up some of that stuff. And I promise y'all see exactly what I'm saying. I just ask y'all once y'all see what I'm saying and stuff that y'all y'all literally y'all prepare, I've been telling y'all to prepare for stuff that goes against reality as you know it. I've been telling y'all that in a lot of different ways and stuff. So even the Epstein files, you know what I mean? Even that type of stuff. Reality go against reality as you know it. That stuff, like it's crazy. If you really care about children, that shit, you understand what I mean when I say that I can't even read I haven't even read any of them files. You know what I mean? I'm not messing with that. Like I don't need to read specifically that sick stuff. and feel that pain, how much I care about children. When I had kind of like the basis of knowing some of those things off of my awareness around anatomy and stuff. Like, I'm not on that. I appreciate that, bro. You are also, bro. Like, I'm gonna tell you, the most knowledgeable person is something. Even me, whether I tell y'all or not. Like, when I converse with people, like I'm gonna look up what you tell me to look up. Also, you know what I'm saying? Even regardless of my level of knowledge, like I'm never like I can't learn. I don't. I'm never like that. I'm very humble, y'all. You know. But yeah. But peace, power, abundance to y'all though, for real. You know. I tell you, got the fast reflexes and then get on you. Yeah. Are you Latino? You Latino? Yeah. That's what's up, bro. Make sure you get a lot of sun, man. My son is half Puerto Rican, half Dominican, bro. Really? That's good. Yeah, my fault, y'all. My fault. But yeah, peace, power, abundance to everybody, though. Like I said, I enjoyed this conversation. Like a little bit over an hour and 30 minutes. You know what I mean? All the people that's been in here, all the people that's like this, all my new subscribers, I rock with y'all heavy. You know, like I said, I'm about to monetize my channel. I probably would have did it today or yesterday. Like I told y'all, even with me in the struggle and me going through what I'm going through, I never looked at it like I wanted to get paid off of giving information, because I look at that like that's priceless. So I never thought about it like, oh, I'm gonna give this information and I'm gonna get paid off of this. I never had like a mind state like that. That's why all of these years I gave y'all information on stuff, and everything that I said is the truth. And I never made it a thing like every live or anything to tell my cash app firsthand or any of that. I was always just like, I'm gonna just give y'all energy. But I am gonna monetize it because, you know what I mean? I got all of these followers and my shit went up like crazy over these past couple of days and all of that. You know, I'm gonna get to the computer. I can't do it on my phone. Can't do it on my phone. You said what's my mirror? I'm gonna just say this without saying everything, bro. I'm a straight Aquarius. Aquarius. Like everything Aquarius. You feel me? I'm on it. So I'm not shocked, because when I found out, I guess like I learned in a lot of that stuff, right? I learned a lot of that stuff, and it's kind of scary, because I was one of those people that like, man, a person isn't like their sign, right? But man, I'm telling y'all, Aquariuses, put it like this: most of the time when I meet Aquarius, I can tell that, especially if it's a male Aquarius, I can tell that they're Aquarius, because we just got like a real distinctive type of energy with us. Like, it's like we fuck with her, fuck with us. We don't seek validation, but we're not cocky, we're not arrogant, but we can be if we're out of place. Like, we're eccentric. We are weird. You know, that's why somebody said something trying to like taunt me or whatever. I'm just like, Aquarius, one thing about it, you can't change Aquarius. It's not happening. Like, anything about Aquarius and their growth on their journey and stuff, they definitely doing that on their own. Because one thing I will say is Aquarius, we are very, very stubborn. We're more stubborn than Tauruses. And my mom's a Taurus. You know what I'm saying? And my mom's a Taurus. I'm surrounded by all Taurus women and everything. You know what I mean? But for real. But yeah, nah, like Aquarius, we're on a whole different type of time. So peace, power, abundance to everybody. Like I said, this a rude point to RoBs Inferno while it burns slow. Shout out to all my guys and goddesses and all high vibrational human beings. I'm gonna tap in with y'all, man. All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. I feel you. I feel you. Well, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Y'all check out my music because that's mainly I do music, y'all. And I didn't try to go famous and be a YouTuber so I can get y'all to fuck with my music. That was always my main thing. But this is, if not just as important, more important, me giving out this information because it's involving children and it's involving the docile state that everybody's in, right? Because it's not just organic people. You can tell how much people have undeveloped brains by all the information that's already came out with the Epstein files and how almost how it's still avoiding energy in which people would see less than and be reactive even about their own kid, if not kids alone, even a kid that's not their kid. Y'all get what I'm saying? So just, you know what I mean, protect y'all energy and just try to be positive. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day too. I'm gonna tap in with y'all, yo. Peace, power, abundance to everybody. Gratitude.